Salam keluarga Malaysia. Hello and good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brendan Paul and you're watching News at 10. In our top stories tonight, MOE to take appropriate action over contract teacher issue. And Firefighters, pride of the nation. And thanks for your company. Now, Senior Education Minister Dr. Rasmi has instructed that the issue of teachers appointed in June 2020 on a contract of service (COS) basis, whose contracts expiring this June, is to be given attention and resolved immediately. In a post on his official Facebook and Twitter accounts today, he said that the matter related to the teachers' concern about the expiring COS contract was raised in the comments section on his social media accounts recently and drew his attention. He then explained that the Ministry of Education, MOE and Education Service Commission, SPP, are taking appropriate action in accordance with the existing rules and procedures. An announcement on the matter would be made once the process was completed. The MOE was concerned about the issues raised by the community about education and was committed to doing the best for the well-being of the education of the country's future generation. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Semasa paid glowing tribute to the Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia, JBPM. They are always committed in shouldering the responsibility to uphold and maintain the safety of keluarga Malaysia. In conjunction with the International Firefighters Day, he attributed the firefighting force as national heroes and frontliners who are always ready to answer the call of duty. The Premier described them as ever ready for every disaster, with a burning desire to go to the rescue of keluarga Malaysia for the task entrusted to them. In a posting on his official Facebook account, Datuk Seri Semasa thanked the country's firefighters and rescuers and wished all of them happy International Firefighters Day. International Firefighters Day is celebrated every May 4th. This year's theme in the country is Firefighters, the frontliners of keluarga Malaysia. In pursuit of more efficient tracking, rescue and investigation of cases, the Sabah Fire and Rescue Department formed the K9 unit. In conjunction with International Firefighters Day, RTM had the opportunity to take a closer look and meet up with the trainers and witness the demonstration of the agile, intelligent dogs. Lexi, Bill, Pepper, Peter and Fleur are dogs imported from the United Kingdom, which form the cornerstones of the JBPM Sabah K9 unit. The capabilities of the dogs have certainly assisted the department throughout their time in the service. As such, JBPM Sabah Deputy Director Farhan Sufyan said the department will form another branch of the K9 unit dedicated towards search and rescue operations in urban areas.
Secara keseluruhannya pengkhususan apa yang daripada unit K9 yang banyak membantu terutama untuk fire investigation. Anjing-anjing ini dilatih untuk mengesan. Dari itu kita dapat pendekkan lagi kita punya hipotesis untuk mencari punca kebakaran. Dan untuk wilderness dan juga caliber ni yang mana anjing-anjing ini memang banyak membantulah, terutama dari segi pengesanan untuk mangsa yang hilang dan juga untuk mencari yang mangsa yang telah meninggal dunia.
With the K9 unit, operations duration can be effectively reduced, with the probability of locating missing victims and identifying fire causes are increased significantly.
Kebanyakan memang berjaya lah. Untuk operasi macam penyiasatan kita ada 42 kali dari mula hingga sekarang lah. Yang SAR ni kita ada lebih kurang 33 kali. Macam unit K9 ni satu unit khas yang telah dilatih. Kita akan membantu kepada pasukan bomba yang sedia ada. Maksudnya masa yang panjang kita boleh pendekkan dengan adanya anjing.
When not on duty, the K9 unit dogs undergo rigorous training sessions with their trainers. Training a K9 unit dog takes a lot of patience to gain their trust, in addition to a gentler side in providing affection, appreciation and care.
Dia tidak trauma apa-apa, ikut pada handler tu lah. Kalau kita tengok dia punya anjing tu kan, dia punya psikologi anjing tu kan, kalau perjalanan yang jauh, kalau dia macam penat ke apa kan, kita kena rest dia, kita kena main-main dengan dia lah, macam bonding sama dia balik untuk melakukan kerja tu lah, supaya dia kerja pun lancar lah.
On behalf of RTM, happy International Firefighters Day. Kelantan has changed the date for the Hari Raya Aidilfitri public holiday for the state, which was initially determined for Thursday, the 5th of May, to today, the 4th of May. This means that civil servants in Kelantan will return to work tomorrow following the switch. Menteri Besar Dato' Ahmad Yaakob said the state government is aware that there are those who will not be happy with the move. However, he explained that the decision was made after taking into consideration all aspects surrounding the matter and hoped that it will be accepted with an open heart. Dato' Ahmad hoped that this will not affect the people's spirit in celebrating Aidilfitri.
Sebab kita dah cuti umum peristiwa pada hari Khamis, tetapi apabila berlaku Hari Raya awal sehari, kita tarik jadi 3 hari jugalah. Sebab kita ada istihar. Cuma untuk masa depan mungkin kita buat keadaan lain lah.
The Pasir Pekan Assemblyman told this to reporters when met at his Hari Raya open house earlier today. About 2,000 guests attended the event, which was held at Dato' Ahmad's home in Kampung Alo Pasir. Coming up, police tracking down 2 individuals linked to Bukit Bintang shooting. Stay with us. But first, updates on the case involving a houseman attached to Pulau Pinang Hospital who died after he apparently fell from an office building along Jalan Datuk Keramat on 17 April. The Pulau Pinang State Health Department, JKNPP, has confirmed that the deceased was a graduate medical officer who just reported in and was placed into the hospital on 4th April. Pulau Pinang Health Department Director Dr. Maruf Sudin in a statement informed that the case is currently being investigated by the Malaysia Royal Police PDRM and has issued the order to conduct an autopsy. The autopsy was performed at the Forensic Department of Hospital Pulau Pinang and authorities are awaiting laboratory test results to have a complete report of the investigation. The final report will be submitted to the police to assist in their investigations. As the case is still being investigated by police, JKNPP has urged all parties to avoid making speculations and spreading false information out of respect for the deceased and his family. Dr. Maruf, on behalf of JKNPP, also extended his condolences to the family and friends of the deceased. The police are tracking down 2 local individuals to assist investigations into a firearm shooting incident which took place at a hotel in Bukit Bintang yesterday. Dangwangi District Police Chief ACP Nur Delhan Yahaya said they had already identified the suspects who are in their 40s and 50s. In addition, a local man who was detained at the scene yesterday has been remanded until 9th May to facilitate investigations. ACP Nur Delhan said the police were investigating the relationship between the victim and all the suspects as well as the motive behind the incident. Yesterday, Kuala Lumpur Criminal Investigation Department Chief SAC Habibi Manjinjit stated that a 49-year-old local man was found dead with a gunshot wound to the forehead. He was found an hour after he checked in at a hotel room in Bukit Bintang yesterday. The incident was discovered by a hotel employee who gained entry to the room and then called the police at about 7 p.m. The case is being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder. And in other news, Malaysia's 6 largest banking groups by assets are well positioned to face competition from innovative digital banks following the announcement of 5 new digital entrants announced by Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) recently. The 6 banking groups are Malayan Bank Berhad, CIMB Bank Berhad, Public Bank Berhad, RHB Bank Berhad, Hong Leong Bank Berhad and AMMB Holdings Berhad, the holding company for M-Bank Berhad. According to Moody's Investor Service, the new entrants would increase deposit competition in the consumer and small business segments. However, the 6 largest banks will be able to fend off the competition due to their entrenched franchises and ongoing digital enhancements that will increase customer stickiness. They have been developing their own versions of super apps, which now allow customers to access the full suite of financial products and services, including digital payments for a wide variety of transactions using application programming interfaces. It said they also benefit from the government's efforts to promote payment efficiency and interoperability, which include the implementation of Do It Now and Do It Now Quick Response QR code, the country's real-time retail payment system and standardized QR code, respectively. And coming up in sports, Maloney confident players have leadership qualities to win gold medal. Stay with us. New Zealand have withdrawn from the Thomas Cup after several of their players contracted COVID-19 just 4 days before the competition begins at the Impact Arena in Bangkok, Thailand. According to Badminton New Zealand, they decided to withdraw from the prestigious World Men's Team Championship after some team members tested positive for COVID-19 during the recent Oceania Championships from 28 April to the 1st of May in Melbourne, Australia. New Zealand had been drawn in Group D with 2014 champions Japan, Malaysia and England. As Japan are among the favourites in the tournament, Malaysia now must win against England to ensure a ticket into the quarterfinals. Only the top 2 teams in each group will advance to the knockout phase. Defending champions Indonesia, China and Denmark are the other favourites for the tournament, which will be held from 8 to 15 May. Meanwhile, the Badminton World Federation (BWF) in a separate statement said the United States (USA) will replace New Zealand in Group D. BWF said no other Oceania member associations was able to fulfill the continental quota place, adding that Hong Kong and Spain were next in line based on world rankings, but they too declined. It also said that Team USA has confirmed their participation and would take their place in Group D alongside Japan, Malaysia and England. The Johor government will present 8,000 ringgit to national deaf karate exponent V. Yelamaran on his silver medal feat at the 24th Deaflympics in Brazil. Johor Menteri Besar Dato' On Hafiz Ghazi said the gift is in appreciation of the Johor-born athlete's contribution. On his Facebook page today, Dato' On congratulated national athlete Yelamaran Vispalingam for winning silver in the men's kumite below 84 kg category at the Deaflympics. He added that the Johor-born athlete created personal history as this is the first time the country has participated in this event on the world level, and he won a medal for Malaysia. He said the success would certainly inspire all Johorians to always strive for success in whatever they do. Yelamaran bagged the country's first medal at the 24th Deaflympic Games in Caxias do Sul, Brazil yesterday. The 22-year-old settled for a silver medal after losing to Magno Alexander of Ukraine in the final. National Under-23 football team head coach Brad Maloney is confident that his Chargers would be able to compete and face tough competition in Group B at the SEA Games in Hanoi, Vietnam, if he could bring the team together in the next few days. In Group B, Malaysia is set to face Thailand on 7th May, followed by Laos on 11 May, Singapore on 14 May and Cambodia on 16 May at the Tien Trung Stadium in Nam Ding. Only the top 2 teams in the group stage will advance to the semi-finals. Maloney said some players have clear leadership qualities that could be formed the core to help Malaysia win the gold medal.
Yeah, look, there's no easy game. Obviously, Thailand are giants of Southeast Asian football. We had difficult matches against Laos in the AFF. It's been well documented. So, look, it's a very challenging group, but I feel if we can get the group back together and prepare properly in the next few days, then we can be very competitive.
In addition, Maloney has announced the list of 24 players who would be in Hanoi through a statement by the Football Association of Malaysia, FAM, and the 20 players who will compete in the SEA Games are expected to be announced this Friday. 4 players who will be left out of the final 20 players will remain in Hanoi as backup to replace any player who may need to be dropped if they test positive for COVID-19 throughout the SEA Games. The last time Malaysia won the mother of all medals in the biennial games was in the 2011 edition in Jakarta, Indonesia, with head coach Dato' Ong Kim Swee guiding them to victory. Meanwhile, national football sensation Lukman Hakim Shamsuddin believes that good understanding between players in the current national under-23 squad could result in a gold medal at the SEA Games in Hanoi. According to Lukman Hakim, the good understanding within the team after several previous friendly matches gave them an advantage when they take on rival teams at the biennial games.
Kalau saya nak emas lah. Bagi saya satu tim semua nak emas lah. Tak ada gangsa, ada perak, tak ada. Kita orang cuma target emas. Tim semua dah prepare yang terbaik semua dah. Kita dah bermain dengan friendly match dengan Timor Leste dengan Filipina. So dengan friendly tu bagi dapatkan satu tim dengan kesefahaman tim dengan sangat baik lah.
He added that the squad would do their best and give their all in every match.
Setiap acara yang kami bawakan adalah yang terbaik dari semua acara sukan pilihan.
The countdown to Birmingham 2022 starts right now.
Acara sukan terbaik tersedia untuk anda hanya di RTM. Eratkan jalinan silaturahim di hari Lebaran. Seluruh keluarga Malaysia dijemput hadir bagi meraihkan hari yang mulia ini bersama Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri dan anggota Jemaah Menteri di Majlis Rumah Terbuka Hari Raya Aidilfitri 2022 pada 8 Mei 2022 mulai pukul 10 pagi hingga 4 petang bertempat di Laman Sari, Kompleks Seri Perdana, Putrajaya. Semua yang hadir perlu mematuhi prosedur operasi standard SOP terkini semasa fasa peralihan ke endemik dan digalakkan memakai pelitup muka serta mengamalkan penjarakan fizikal. Perkhidmatan bas percuma ke majlis disediakan. Sila layari portal dan media sosial Jabatan Perdana Menteri untuk maklumat lanjut. Raya Keluarga Malaysia. Syawal diraih, nikmat disyukuri.
Wrapping up the news at 10. In our top story, MOE to take appropriate action over contract teacher issue. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Till then, it's lights out. I'm Brennan Paul. Stay tuned to saluran Berita RTM. Salam Keluarga Malaysia and have a pleasant evening. Take care.